Hi, well, my name is Lina and welcome to my channel. This will be probably the first video that I post. I did film some others, but well, I decided that this is just perfect for well, kind of introducing myself and what I do, and also kind of like sum up the last year, which was the first year of me reading the tarot, like the first full year, because I got my first deck at the end of October 2022. So that was like the 2 months of 2022, and then the whole 2023 I was learning to read the tarot and oracle decks and other stuff like that. Okay, so I chose 5 oracle and tarot decks from the last year that really like kind of helped me to learn, and also the ones that I just loved the last year. And I have also 2 honorable mentions, and I will talk about them at the end. So I will start with number 5, and then I will go to number 1, and then I will talk about those 2 that are kind of other category whatsoever. Okay, so the first one, and this is number 5, probably mostly because I got it last. I got this one in the middle of November, and this would be the Laputin Oracle, which just came out last year. So I got it as soon as I saw it in Polish online store. Nudity alert, there's like a lot. But yeah, this is the oracle deck that I saw on, I think, Llewellyn's site as a pre-order, and I already then I knew that I have to buy it, even that back then they only showed like 4 cards or something like that. But when I saw it in stores, then I just had to buy it. So this deck was, I think his name is just Laputin. I don't know how do you pronounce it properly, but this is how I do. And the booklet was written by Alice Mastroleo. So this is a Los Carabeo deck. So of course we have like 5 languages in here. So there is only 51 pages of description in English, and you have a little bit of how to use it, a little bit of like a spread, which I didn't try yet, I have to say, because for now I'm mostly just pulling 1 card a week, and then I'm pulling some tarot decks with it. So the description of the card is pretty short, and originally there was no titles of the card on the card itself. I modified it, so it's this like light blue. But I decided that I will actually put the names on the cards. So I just used the white like gel pen to do it. Is it like the middle? Yeah, it should be. So yeah, I put the titles kind of like not too put it like on the face or something, just in a place that where it would be still visible, but it won't disturb to see the picture. Well, because I got it only at the end of last year, I didn't really work too much with it. I will show you a few cards. So I just love the images. I have to say, I like to just pull it out and just look at the images. And of course, I have like this weekly draw with this one. So this card would then stand like in front of my monitor and for the whole week. What else can I say? Yeah, I just adore the art style. The color palette is just amazing. And so far I pulled just a few cards because this was just a few weeks, and one of them actually came twice. So I don't really know this oracle very well, but I think I will like it. I already love it. So yeah, that would be the number 5, and I hope next year it will get a bit higher on the list once I know it a bit better. Okay, let's put it away. And then the next deck I bought, I'm just looking at my notes here. The next deck is number 4. I got it in the middle of October, so also like pretty late in the year, but yeah, this is the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck by Marcella Kroll. And I think it's pretty known in the community, but still, it's I love the descriptions. They're very short, but like to the point. And this oracle I use mostly as a clarifier. So I would usually pull like one main oracle deck, like for example the Loputin oracle, and then I would pull 2 cards from this deck for some clarification, and on top of that I would use some tarot deck for even more information. So let's see some cards. The graphics are very simple. They have the keywords here, which are very expansive. I think that's how it's called. So you can just use it as it is. I usually use the booklet because there's some really nice descriptions in there. And because it's so simple and it has this like not very muted color palette, but it's like all over the place pretty much. But it goes nice with a lot of decks. And I'm not sure. I would have to at some point I would have to kind of investigate also the colors used. But what I noticed is that, for example, the because like violet is kind of like spiritual color, and I noticed that a lot of cards with like the keywords that talks about spirituality and stuff like that would have some kind of purple color or violet on the background. But yeah, I would have to dip a bit deeper into that to to be able to say it for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about this card if I like it or not, because this is kind of like very different from the other ones, so it always like kind of sets me off if I pull it. But yeah, other than that, I really like this deck. I really do. So yeah, you see, like here you have soulmate, and we have this pink, which is kind of connecting to feelings and stuff like that. Yeah, this one is also a bit different than the others. I mean, those are very nice cards. I'm not saying that they are not, but they are just like a little bit different than the art style of the other cards. Okay, so that's that. Very universal oracle. And you can also, I think you could also like just pull a card to be the main card of the reading, that, you know, you expand the message with the tarot cards, because it's just like so. In the descriptions of the booklet, you have kind of like a bigger topic that you can work with. So yeah, I really like this one. It could be a bit smaller because it's difficult to shuffle, but other than that, it's really great. Okay, number 3. This is the box, but I don't use the box because I don't really like this system. It's very difficult to open and pull the cards, and even though that there's this like nice magnet, I just keep the cards separately. And because this deck I'm using pretty much every day since since the day I got it, it just sits on my desk and ready to be used. So this is the Gentle Chaos Pocket Oracle deck, as you can see, by TikToker Ghost Honey. His name is Tyler Gassa, and he makes this kind of like, I never heard about him because I don't have TikTok, but then, you know, when I saw this deck on Amazon, I kind of checked him, and he makes us like really sweet videos about different things. I don't know. Some of those things would appear in this deck actually, because there was a video about this goblin that steal all the things or something like that. So it's when I saw it in the deck, this card, I was just laughing because yeah, it's a funny video. So I encourage you also to check some of his videos, especially if you have TikTok, because they're really like super sweet. That's all I have to say. He also he also wrote a book of poems, which some of them actually you have in the booklet here, or at least like parts of them. Yeah, because okay, I will show the cards first, and then I will talk about the booklet, because yeah, the card stock is really nice. It's like this. They do stick a little bit because this is this rose petal. I don't. I'm not really an expert. on cardstock, but I think this is the rose petal finish because it's really kind of rose petally. Whatever. It has this matte gold edging, which is also really nice. And the cards are, well, I don't know. They are kind of like all over the place because most of them would be just photographs, but for the photographs that are not perfect. So you would have kind of like the end of the film here. You would have something that just, I don't know, a random picture. You would have some old photographs. And just the keyword here. You also have some drawings like here with the ice cream cone. You have some unsharp pictures of very random things. But and here I think this is the author when he was a child. So yeah, it's kind of very personal deck. He talks a lot, well, maybe not a lot about himself, but kind of talks about the things that are important for him. So you have this kind of like personal connection with the author. And he also encourages you to reach into your memories and also your life to find those like beautiful moments and things, and some that are also like belief that is not perfect, and just well, most of the messages are about appreciating your life and because it's, well, short and it ends and so on. There are some a bit more difficult cards, like I think this is one of those that you don't always know where you're going, but you should just trust the destiny or whatever. This is the goblin of all lost things and stuff. So it's a very quirky deck, but I absolutely love this one, and I'm using it very often for the ending message of my readings, kind of like a short message summing up the whole reading. But sometimes I would just pull a card when I'm feeling a bit down, or this kind of like pick me up message for the moment. Yeah, it's just amazing in this kind of reading as well. And it's like, I don't know, like for me it's always like so much to the point, like just exactly the message I need at the moment. So yeah, I've been enjoying this one very much for the last 2 months and so almost 3 months I think I have it. So yeah, the guidebook, as I mentioned, the cards are not numbered, but they are in alphabetical order, so it's quite easy to find them. Like you have the B for barter, fairies, cone, B for bricks, and so on. So sometimes you just have like literally 3 sentences, and sometimes you would have a short poem here and then the explanation of the card. I'm not a very poetry loving person, so that was a surprise for me, but they're short and, well, I actually like them, which is like super weird for me because, yeah, I don't read poetry since probably the high school or something like that. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. And this is also super tiny, so it's very easy to just take with you on a trip or something. I would recommend you make a bag or something though, because this is not ideal box. That's my only complaint about this deck though. So that's Gentle Chaos Pocket Oracle Deck by Ghost Honey. Number 2 is the deck, the Oracle deck. That was actually my first Oracle deck I ever got, and I got it in, let me check, in the middle of March last year. So this is the deck that they, the Oracle deck that they have the longest, and I have to say that I was using it pretty much every week for almost a year. And I still didn't get all the cards because some of the cards would just come back over and over. As you can see, this is Animal Apothecary by Cara Elizabeth. This is a Hay House deck, very affordable, very nice box. Yeah, it has like a message here. A guidebook, and I love the bags. And the images are, yeah, this is why I actually bought this deck, because I just loved the images, and they are also like very quirky, very colorful, very cheerful, even then, even if not all the messages are nice and easy, some of them are difficult. So it is quite balanced deck. Yeah, so you have like a little message here, which is the title of the card, and you also have an animal, because it is an animal apothecary. And the way it works is that the author connects the kind of like symbolic meaning of the animal with the message. So you kind of and because I really love to work with the animal energy and the symbology and stuff like that, I really like the way she puts the explanation together. Yeah. So this is also the deck that I would pull one card a week, and I'm usually either on Sunday or on Monday I would do this energy of the week reading, where I would pull the card from this deck and then some tarot cards with it, and this would be kind of like my focus for the week. So yeah, so I would also put it in front of my my monitor. I'm working at in front of the computer all the time, so I just have it there. Yeah, I love the colors, and this is probably one of my favorite cards. This one also I like. The woodpecker. So in the booklet, she also talks about like what those symbols kind of why she put them there, because she's also the from what I understood, she's also the author of the illustrations, like she drew it herself. Okay, I will just show you the guidebook. So the messages are quite well, they're not super long because it's a mini guidebook. After all that, yeah, you have like 2 pages, sometimes even a bit more than this. You have yeah. So here you have the title of the card, and here you have the animal. So baby hawk, starfish, and so on. So yeah, usually it's 2 pages. Sometimes it's just a little bit longer. Yeah, like here you have 2.5. Oops, what happened here? Yeah, so that's that. You have also a little bit about the spreads and stuff like that, and how to use it. And she also like talks a bit about herself at the beginning. Yeah, so here you have the spreads. I usually don't I don't think I ever made a spread with it. I just pull one card, and that's because the description is quite long, and I'm also like pulling the tarot card with it, and that's one card is just by far enough for me. So that's number 2, and then that would be like my only tarot deck on this list. So this is I trimmed it, so I will just show you quickly. It comes in a box like this. It's called Mythologia Fennica Tarot, and it was drawn, and also the book was written by Susanna Salo, who is a Finnish tarot reader. This is the book. This is the English version, because there's also, of course, the Finnish version, which is a bit thicker than this one and has a little bit more, which I'm very disappointed that she didn't put all those little things in the other in the English version of the book. I will probably do a video about this deck because I just absolutely love it, and yeah, I think it deserves some attention. I'm not sure if it's still in print, because I think the editing house that printed this deck didn't have it in stock when I was buying it, and I bought it from a online tarot shop, like a Finnish one. So yeah, but from what I know, I watched an interview that I will, if I remember, I will link it down below, or maybe I will talk about this deck a bit more in the other video. But there was the author was talking about maybe that she was talking about with the Italian printer about releasing this deck. So if I know something about it, I will let you know. Okay, so that's the box. That's not important anymore. So originally the cards looked like that. So you would have a white frame. You would have the name of a creature or person that is on the card, and then you would have the numbers, and the color of the circle would tell you which suit it is. And the majors would be this kind of like golden color. This is a deck that is based on Finnish mythology, and the majors are the characters that are in the Finnish saga called Kalevala, which I'm planning to buy the Polish translation of it at some point, because I just absolutely love the whole the whole Finnish mythology. It's just pretty amazing. But you don't need to know Kalevala to be able to read with this deck, because what she does is that like the first part, so here for example you have the name of the personage, which was like Antero Vipunen was this kind of giant that fell asleep, and the trees started to grow on his face and body and so on. So you have all this explanation of who this person is, how he appears in the Kalevala, and so on and so on. And then later you have the description of the explanation why this character was used for this particular card. So you also have like the traditional names of the cards here. Here you have the keywords. Yeah, so this one is particularly short, because like some of them would have a bit more of the explanation. And for the minors, she used characters or spirits or things from Finnish folk stories. So they are not necessarily from Kalevala, but they appear in the Finnish folklore. And you also have like the whole explanation of what it is, and then later, like here you have kind of spirit of river, and she always kind of like ties the meaning of the card with the creature or whatever it is. So it's really nice. Some of the cards would have a little bit different meaning than the traditional RWS decks, but everything is in the book. So okay, now for the cards. Okay, let me just put it away. Okay, the cards. I cut the frames off, because they were kind of like cutting away from the images. I don't know. I just like them so much more now. I wrote the number and the symbol of the suit here in Arabic letters for the minors, numbers, yeah, for the minors, and that's the and in Roman numerals for the majors. So the cards are very colorful, as you can see, and I love the art style. And yeah, you would have like a drawing of this creature or spirit or whatever. I'm kind of missing the titles of the cards at the moment, but also this gives me the motivation to actually learn the names. So yeah, this is the Emperor, this is the Empress, And the court cards, just show you. The court cards would be like this kind of like a bit major creatures or beings or the deities of Finnish of mythology or folklore. So this is the King of Water. This is the Knight of Air. I'm still learning the symbols, so yeah. So each card has a little story attached to it, and for me, this is such a wonderful way to actually learn the meaning, because once you have once you've read the story, you can kind of, you know, connect it with the meaning. And also the way she writes about the like what to pull from the story for yourself is really amazing. So yeah, that would be the number one. I really, really love this deck. And I'm losing the sun, so I have to hurry up with the two other remaining decks. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. This is called Firefox. It is believed that it's him that is igniting the Aurora Borealis. So yeah, I do love this one. The way I'm using this deck also, like I have like one weekly reading that I would do with those cards, but also I love to just pull one card in the evening and read the story from the book, just as a, you know, like kind of like good night story. Yeah, just to better know the whole deck, and also it's a really nice way to finish your day, to be honest. So yeah, that's the Mythologia Fennica Tarot deck, my number one this year, and you know, in all time too, because I just started. So okay, now the two honorable mentions. There are honorable mentions because there are Polish decks, so I want to show them because they were kind of important for me this year. But yeah, I didn't put them on the main list because while it is possible that you get this deck, and I will try to put links to the stores that do international shippings, so it is still possible for you to get those decks, but yeah, it probably will be a bit more difficult. Okay, so the first one is a rune deck. I don't know the runes. I just started to learn with this deck, so I can't really say if the meanings of the cards that they wrote here are the traditional ones, or if it's like their own interpretation of them. This I'm planning to buy another book about the runes, but for now I'm just working with this one because it just, I don't know, it just makes sense for me. So the name of the deck is Power Animal Runes, and it comes in this little tag box that I'm not using. They are also usually just laying on my desk. And it comes with the book, which is written like you have some kind of introduction first. Of course, it's all in Polish, so sorry, but I really love the setup of this, because like first you have the symbology, you have a little poem here about the kind of like I don't know, the feeling of this particular rune. And then you have the meaning, and the meaning here you have kind of like how what does it mean in a different kind of reading. So like, for example, here you have relationships reading, and what it could mean in a relationship meaning. Here we have the work reading, work related reading. You have also like what does it talk about your health, and also how to use it in kind of like magical practice, and so on. And then you have kind of like keywords, but keywords divided also in those different sections. So you have like the main keyword, iconography. So this talks about what is on the cards and what colors are mostly used, and so on. Then you have the what kind of people it describes, if it's some kind of relationship reading, what it could mean when it comes to a place, time, activities, health. You have also analogies with other systems. So you have, for example, here you have the tarot associations, you have the planets and the zodiac sign, and also sometimes you would have a chakra for this particular card. And here you have the deities that are kind of that have like similar energy to this rune. So you not only have the Nordic deities, but you have like, you know, like Greek and Roman, and here you have Egyptian. You even have like I know him because he is in the Mythologia Fennica, so this is the Finnish deity. They even have some kind of like a personal characters, fictional characters like Odysseus. From the Odyssey, and you have like Slavic deities as well very often. So so this just makes sense for me. And also at the end, they have some kind of funny exercises to familiarize yourself with the deck. So something that I have to tell you, because I absolutely love this exercise, because it's just fun. Where was it? Oh, you also have like a chapter about the bind runes and how to use them, how to make also the runic scripts. So if you want to go a bit further than just use it in the readings, you can also do it with this book. Yeah, so here you have the runes as serials. So this is telling you that, for example, if you would think about the rune as a cereal, this would be like the most expensive cereal in the world, and they would be like covered with the like particles of gold and so on. So this would be like, you know, yeah, they wrote it about every single rune here. You also have like a table with like characters, either authentic people that kind of embody the energy of the rune. So for Faho, you would have like John Rockefeller or Elon Musk or Bill Gates and so on. And you also have the fictional characters, which here would be like the Great Gatsby or the Scrooge McDuck. I'm not really sure because in Polish they were named differently. They were translated. So that would be the you know, like this super rich uncle in the McDonald's series by Disney. And here you also have like your own. You can write down your own, maybe from, you know, somebody you know, or and stuff like that. You also have like I don't know, like some saints or people like that, and also some like storytelling with runes exercise that you can do. And here they talk a little bit about themselves. Oh, I didn't, sorry, I didn't say that's a deck that was created by two artists, David Lipka and Bartosz Mazik. They're also Wiccans, and yeah, so this is why you also have those connections with other systems like tarot and so on. And yeah, so let's show you some cards before we don't have the light anymore. I also trimmed this deck just a little bit because the cards were too big for me to shuffle, and I edged it in blue so it doesn't come like this. It has white edges, but I just thought that with this blue here it would look nice. So originally it would have the name of the rune at the bottom, but I cut it off also, like, because I wanted to just learn the names of the runes. So it kind of encourages me to do it. And on the image you have the animal that they connected with this particular energy of the rune. They also talk about it, about why they use this particular animal, what does it mean for them, and how they connect it with the meaning of the rune, and so on. That would be this like first section about symbology. Yeah, so here you have Fenrir, this Nordic scary wolf. Here you have the badger. The polar bear for Isa. I don't know all of them yet, so sorry. Here you have the crane, the horse, little mouse, a peacock. And sometimes they would also use like, yeah, because Berka now means the birch tree, so they would also include it, not only the animal, but also what it means. Yeah, like they would include it in the symbology of the card. I really love well, they're kind of like almost photographic, but they were painted, the images. That's one of my favorite ones because I love foxes. It goes pretty well with a lot of my decks. So this is also why I decided to buy this rune deck and not the other. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I love to work with animal energies. It just makes sense for me. So I like to connect those two things because it makes it easier for me. Like if I connect the meaning of the card to an animal, I just kind of something clicks for me there. Okay, so yeah, that's honorable mention number 1. And here is Honorable Mention number 2. This is also a Polish deck that was first released, I think, in the 90s. This is called The Terror of the Mages by Jan Witold Suliga, who was the author, and he also wrote the a big secret book that I have it somewhere. And maybe I will also make a video about this deck because it's like super important for me. And so that's the author of the cards. He also like made the sketches for the cards, and then he asked his friend Jan Opaliński, who was a Polish painter, like a traditional painter. I believe that the cards were painted with like oil paints or something like that, or maybe acrylics, I don't know. So he is the author of the final images. It comes in a super flimsy box, but it also comes with a little baggie like this, and there's like a super concise little booklet. So you really don't have much about each card. Most of it is kind of like introduction, associations. Like for example, here you have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is like Jupiter, Pluto, and Thursday, whatever. Here you have also like the decans. Like the decans of the zodiac for each card. Yeah, so this is kind of like a little introduction to the tarot system in general. Also, like you have the color associations, and so on. So it's very short, but you get a lot of information in like very I don't know, like kind of compressed form, if I may say. Yeah, so this is where the meanings start. I marked it with washi tape, so it's a bit easier. So you only have like really just the keywords for each card, even the major arcanas. You have the main meaning and also the reversed meaning for each card. So if you're reading reversals, I usually don't. I only would go to this reversed meaning when the position of the card is negative. Like for example, if I'm asking what is blocking me, or I don't know what is the obstacle, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that's the majors, and here you have the minors, here you have the wands, and also just a tiny bit about each card. But this is actually something that is an advantage for me in this booklet. I also have the bigger book, so if I want to kind of expand the message of the card, I can just go to the bigger book. But because I only have a few keywords to work with, it's much easier for me to kind of pull this deck for just a short reading that I want to, because like I have a problem that I need to solve, and I don't want to spend like 1.5 hours on a reading. I just pull this deck and I quickly know what's going on, if that makes sense. I don't know. So yeah, you also have some spreads here. So. And I bought this deck mostly because I just fell in love with the artwork. I edged this one. I probably will release the video about that because I filmed it actually. So I did this kind of I don't know, it's not really ombre, but It's just like the corners I made, the red that is here. And because the frames on the cards are black, I made most of it black, which is still not as black as I would like to. Okay, I still can see something because I'm thinking about maybe switching on the light, but on the other hand, I don't want the reflections and so on. So yeah, there is a lot of symbology on this on those cards that if you want to learn about what those mean, you need the bigger book. But yeah, other than that, you can just read it. It's not like it's a peep first of all, it's a peep deck. So if you're reading numerologically, which I'm still learning, then it would be easy for you just to pick it up. But yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about the symbols, then you would probably need a book. The book is actually out of print. Sorry for that, but the cards are still in stores. So the newest edition, because this is the let me just check when it was released for the last time. Yeah, okay, so there were 3 editions. First one 1991, then second one 1993, then the last one 1994, and then there was like a huge break, and then the author decided to release it again in 2013. But yeah, I think you can still buy it in the stores. So yeah, so here we can there are English subtitles as well. So here you have the devil, and yeah, the cards are not super traditional, but yeah. So all the peep cards of the suit will have the same backgrounds, and just the setting of the symbols of the suit will be different, kind of constellation, whatever. So it's easy to see what suit is dominant in the reading. So the ones have the red backgrounds, the pentacles would have this like kind of green. Here's the Death card, 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. And in the bigger book, he also explains like there is like several pages about each major arcana. So he goes over all the symbols and why he put it the way he put it, and what they mean. Also those kind of sigils are they are all explained in the bigger book. This is the Fool, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. The swords have this like orange yellow background. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the images are just, I don't know, like they're weird. And I love it. I had yeah, one thing that I wanted to say about this deck. This deck has like a very strong masculine energy that I feel like I need in my life, like in myself. So this was also like one of the reasons why I bought this deck. It's the Moon card. Okay, so that would be it about this deck. Here we have a bit more. Yeah, so that's that. That's the standout decks of this year for me, and well, pretty much of like the whole time. Like the whole time I'm reading the tarot, those would be the kind of the most the ones that I'm pulling the most often and I'm most excited about this year. This will probably change in the next year, but yeah, so far that's what excites me at the moment and what helps me to read and so on. Okay, that would be pretty much the end of the video, and I hope I will release it sometime soon because I still need to edit, and this is like, you know, I've never edited the films, so it will probably take a while, and yeah, I'm still learning how to do it and so on. So I hope I will be able to release it as soon as possible, but we'll see. And yeah, I also have some other videos that I need to finish off. One I already have pretty much ready, edited and stuff, so I will probably release it quite soon after this one. And yeah, and for other plans, I have no idea. That's like, I would like to continue, and I would like to release at least like 2 videos a month, because I'm not sure if I will be able to make more. It's quite time consuming, and for me, like especially the editing stuff, and I will see. I will try. That's my New Year's resolution for 2023, to start this channel and yeah, start making videos. Okay, so that's that. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.